So I managed to close $2.8 million in volume just because I left construction and I started in mortgage lending and financing. Honestly, it was one of my greatest months.
Bro, this is not a lead. This is a sale. I'm telling you.
I had to start from scratch. I left Miami, left everything in the back. As soon as you get comfortable, bad shit starts happening. Nothing, man. We're here shooting some content today. We're gonna plan out. We're starting with Alice Star Films. Is that the name? So we're gonna start putting some content out there. We're gonna start giving more information to the buyers. Information, just lifestyle, doing a little bit about everything, and start pushing the marketing, which is what's working. And then I'm gonna start doing the water bottle with the ice in the face. No, I'm kidding. Anything to get viral, to move, to attract more clients, obviously, and network with like-minded people, just like they're trying to hustle, push forward, and grow themselves and grow their business. So,
how long have you been in the business?
So I've been in the business for 5 years. I started July 15 of 2019. I know the exact date because everything changed from that day. So July 15 of 2019, I started as a assistant of a branch manager. Shout out to Louis and Alex. They showed me everything and never hold back down. They wanted me to push forward. I don't work with them anymore, but great people, awesome people. Just because I left construction and I started in mortgage lending and financing. So that was, yes, July 15 of 2019, and then December 15 of 2019, I got licensed. It's funny because it was the same day, but December. So just a few months later, I got licensed. I was told that if I didn't get licensed, I wouldn't make any money. So I pushed and I got licensed, which that's a really long story that we're gonna save for another day on how hard it was for me to pass that test. December, I got licensed, and then January 2020, we all know what happened, COVID happened. So we got sent home, and I started doing loans for my house, calling, working a lot, working more than usual just because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was calling clients, I was calling Louis and Alex, which were the ones mentoring me and guiding me, until eventually we were back in the office, and then my business started moving. I was an assistant for 3 years, and it took longer, not because I didn't know what I was doing, but I was a little afraid of taking that step, and I was in that middle stage of I'm not making enough money to go by myself, but if I don't go by myself, I won't make as much money as I'm supposed to. Yes, 2.5 years after, I just said, screw it. They told me it was a little too early. I was like, screw it, whatever happens, happens. It didn't work out for the first few months. It was actually scary. But I have no kids for now, and it wasn't as scary as much when you have a family. It was just me and my wife at the moment. So now I can say I actually have a business. I work under a mortgage broker, but we're self-employed. We run our own business, basically. The hardest part is when you're self-employed and you're commission-based, it really comes down to how much time you put in and the distractions with the amount of freedom that you have. That has been the hardest part for me, and I'll tell you why. When you don't have anyone telling you that you have to be at an office at 8 a.m. or you have to be at a certain place at a certain time, little by little, you start getting distracted by friends, restaurants, by
Miami.
Going out, by Miami itself, as a lot of people know. In my opinion, it's the hardest thing that someone can have or manage is when you're self-employed and you don't have anyone on top of you telling you what to do. So that's when that discipline, the word discipline, in exclamations and in capital letters is applied, because everything is 100% how disciplined you are to not going out, to not drinking, I don't drink anymore, to not just being distracted. Even if you don't drink, you can still get distracted and not do anything. I know a bunch of people that don't drink and they still don't do anything. It's not like the drinking, it's just you being disciplined of, I have to put this amount of hours in so I can get this many results. So definitely that's the hardest thing till this day. So I read this book that from this billionaire, and he said there's a paddle for everybody's ass. And what does that mean is, as soon as you get comfortable, bad shit starts happening. It never fails. It's like clockwork. As soon as you get comfortable, bad things start to happen. And that's every single time, that's what happened. After I read that book, I'm like, no shit. I close a deal.
Chilling.
Yeah, I start relaxing. I have a few deals in the pipeline. Shit starts going well. Life is good. A little quick weekend getaway vacation. Boom. All hell breaks loose. It's a lesson that every time you get that comfortable, you get a little laid back, you get that slap in the face of like, hey, if you don't keep pushing, nothing's gonna keep happening. Specifically, that billionaire, mind you, he's a billionaire, owner of the Houston Rockets, the basketball team. And he says it to this day. Every time I relax too much, something goes down in my business, or I get a lawsuit, or it's basically lifting your foot off the pedal. So it's always good to slow down, but it's not good to lay back and just take your foot completely off. They don't see it that way. They just like, oh, my life sucks. Every time I'm doing good, something bad happens to me. It's like, no, what were you doing that something bad happened to you? Grabbing a quick snack, start setting up the schedule for the content, everything that we're gonna be doing, and just eat in the meantime, plan the day out, and we're gonna do some vlog style and roll from there. Let's see where the day takes us. The main goal is for people to start noticing, aside from the lender side, but more of the lifestyle side on what I like doing, customers, referral partners, potential referral partners. The main thing is also growing the business itself, obviously attracting more leads. I was born in Cuba, and I moved here when I was 7 years old. And I've always lived here and loved Miami. I actually moved out of Miami 3 years ago to Fort Myers. Still love that area, met amazing people. Did it more to disconnect from the craziness from Miami, and it worked out really well. I moved back 6 months ago, learned to be a little bit more disciplined. So Fort Myers is more of a retirement city, older folks, more quiet. People love it. I still have family that lives there and they love it. They actually think I'm crazy for moving back, but everybody thinks differently. It was good. It was good. Going to a city where no one knows you, it really tests yourself to see where you're standing at. I had to start from scratch. I left Miami, left everything in the back, and then getting my name out there, networking events 2 to 3 times per week, hitting up realtors, liking their posts, just trying to network with as much people as I can. In the first 2 years, I already had a good base of people that knew me in the area. It's definitely hard when you start in a new city like that. It's definitely hard. Even if you've been doing this business for 30 years, you're starting from scratch in a brand new city. It's tough, but we were able to make it happen. A lot of people know me now. So unfortunately, I did a bad thing that you're not supposed to do, is I abandoned all my Miami stuff. I would just talk to some clients if they needed me, but I abandoned my referral partners. I abandoned some accountants that I work with. I said, I'm starting new, I'm starting from scratch. I don't need to talk to anybody else, which is stupid, but it's just immaturity at that point. Now, since I moved back, I haven't even burned any of the relationships over there. On the other hand, I've actually tried to enforce them a little bit more since I'm not in the city anymore. So it's a learning experience.
This is how you test out your pants without going to the fitting room.
Wait, for real?
If it goes around like that, it fits. So we're gonna test it out now.
So it worked, bro? It fits?
Bro, never fails when you do it. $30. Tiene que ser un trabajo full time, so tiene que ser las 40 horas. Si es part time, no funciona. Tiene que ser un año para usar part time. Sí, eso sí le afecta con el tema de precalificar, porque tenemos que usarlo como una deuda adicional mensual. Es bueno que tengan buen día.
Talk to me. What's the situation?
La esposa es Social Security, tiene Social Security. El esposo tiene ITIN. En ese caso, solamente podemos ir de una manera, con ITIN. Aunque las dos personas estén juntas y uno tenga Social Security, con I-10, solamente se puede hacer un I-10 loan, que es con 10% de down payment. De la otra forma es la esposa sola con un Social Security, con un préstamo FHA convencional, pero lleva 6 meses sin trabajar. So, necesitaría un trabajo inmediatamente de W2 y a tiempo completo. So, ahora mismo voy a hablar con el esposo a ver si tienen el 10% de down payment y ver si podemos ayudarlo de esa forma. ITIN es el número que es como un seguro social que el IRS le da a las personas para poder hacer los taxes. So, ese es como el social de ellos para poder declarar los taxes en los Estados Unidos. So, el ITIN es para las personas que no tienen un estatus migratorio aquí. Por eso es que los bancos, número uno, el interés, la tasa de interés es más alta. Y lo otro es, por eso te exigen mínimo el 10%. Hay muchos bancos que te exigen mínimo 20%.
So April was, honestly, it was one of my greatest months. It was actually the greatest month. I made, obviously, money, but I helped a lot of people. I helped 8 families buy a house, which is tremendous. 6 of them were first-time home buyers. So it's first time they're buying a house, first time they're moving into a house. The other 2, they have owned the house before, but it is a big purchase. So even if you're an investor like me, that I've bought properties before and I've never lived in it, like that day I even get nervous, I get excited, like there's adrenaline, like everything is great. So I'm not eating bread. This is not bread. So my diet, this is not bread. So I managed to close $2.8 million in volume, which that is the sum of the loan amounts altogether. That's basically what the person financed for their house, aside from the purchase price and their down payment. That's what it's goal based on. I never thought it was possible. I've always had the limitations in my head, and we all struggle through this. If you follow me, you will see that I'm always like active. I'm working out a lot now. I'm always going to events, and I always had that limiting belief that closing 8 deals by myself, that's impossible. I need like 3 assistants. Like, how am I gonna close 8 deals plus manage pre-approvals, plus manage conditions, plus manage the new clients that are coming in, plus my realtors. So if you think about it, it's all a lot for one person.
Huh?
All you have to do is show a house, send a contract, sign, and that's it.
I wish.
Collect the check. Collect a 4% check.
Dice que lo llame como en 10 a 15. Pedirme un 430.
Dale ya, Rincon.
Wrap him up. Close the deal. Bro, this is not a lead. This is a sale. I'm telling you.
Okay. All right, I'll let you know what happens.
Dale. Estamos hablando, man.
All right.
Me llama.
All right.
Like I'm talking to you, like that, pa, 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 pa. I'm just gonna be walking like, so.
You want to go like on a
Yes. So you're gonna be like that, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, sí, que no sé qué cosa, and then maybe like finish here. So we're handling right now a few things at the same time. We're doing some promotional video for Brokers Open, which is an open house that many people go to. It's more exclusive. We're also shooting some videos about some guidelines, some programs in regards to my business, which is lending, and anything else that comes out.